Army on the next match. That was a good match that last time. Army totally blew out Terra High School, which was our 2 years ago champion. So let's see what's going to happen when Central plays and see if the Army's going to do another sweep the leg or Central High School is going to play some competition here. But anyway, we have Kaeden, Isaiah, and John, two from Woodlawn High School and one student from Northeast that's in the middle right there, Isaiah, who plays soccer. But he doesn't want us to bring up that Terror High School and Northeast. You see how he's already doing that. Coach Beers has put me up to this. I heard it was 14-0 in the first half or something. So, oh, was it? No comment. All right, anyway, back to esports. So, the other cool thing is with these guys right now, they are all running for our presidentship for EBREL, which is our student ambassador program, which we have a governance program where our kids really lead the program and lead the way. They do the giving us the feedback of what direction we need to go to. Bring the yellow microphone up is what they're telling me in there. Okay. Anyway, so let's start off with some stuff. I'd never like to read off of papers. I like to go off script, but actually, you know what? Tell us right now, why are you running for president, and what do you think you can bring to the organization this year if you win? John, we'll start with you. All right, we're making sure the microphones are on. Red zone? The power is on, and I can pass my microphone if talk into it. All right, don't hit the mic. Sorry about that.
My name is Sean Beckman. I'm running for president of the district, and I am trying to bring more diversity. I want to bring more people into this to know that it's not just for high schoolers. It's for everybody who wants to feel included as a whole. Everyone can do this. Any of all wages, ethnicities, heights, all of that. They can join and feel represented as a whole.
All right, let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah, what's your
All
spiel?
right. Hello, I'm Isaiah Williams, and even though I'm vice president already, I'm planning to be a presidential. I want to be the president of EBRL because I want this to be a mournful and open community. Of course, like said from him, I want this to be acceptable to everybody. I noticed since last year, we actually had Central also a part of the Smash Bros program. They was recording some of our clips from last year, and turns out their principal defunded them on the project. And my objective is to, of course, have the funded and also unfunded, excuse me, I want to have the funded and the unfunded students to esports into the community to make sure that we can have everybody acceptable into the community as once before. Now, considering how it's going right now, I've been on the face, or at least been parts of esports since day one. I was introduced to it, whether it's been from Smash Bros, shoutcasting, or being a VIP, being the VP and student ambassador for the past 3 to 4 years. And I want to continue that, and me being, of course, leading on to be the president of EBRL.
All right, Kaeden, who's currently, president over at Woodlawn's esports team, right?
Yes, sir, I am. My name is Kaeden Dunstan, and the reason why I feel like I want to be president is because I want to bring both community and opportunity to those around me. Just as I've done at Woodlawn, I've found that esports is not just a group of gamers, but it's a community for others to learn and grow. Despite it being about video games, they grow in so many different ways, whether that be academically, emotionally. And I feel like what I can bring is just that ability to turn all of esports into that community that can help all people around EBR.
Man, that's all awesome. The reason why, like last night, I was here to 9 o'clock is because of you guys. Just watching you grow into this program, not just playing these games, of course, watching y'all grow this program with us. That's what I live for. It's just watching y'all just take off with it, and you're running the tournaments in the back. You're running the league operations at times. We're starting to get even heavier in marketing and things like that with your experience, and this is what I live for, man. So this is awesome to have all of y'all running for this. All right. So let's see. Let's describe how esports and gaming can help a school create that inclusivity in that community.
Well, I know that from personal experience, lots of gamers, they sometimes don't feel included into things, maybe because they don't play football, they're not the smartest person. But then esports is just a way for that person to find a community with other people with similar interests, or just people who he can go to that don't judge, and people that just have that community, that family bond. And I feel like that's how you can really provide that inclusive experience with esports.
For esports gives an option for a student from the educational system to be a part of something. When I was joining esports, I wasn't a physical student. I didn't even join soccer at the time. But when I heard esports was a thing, that was the first thing I was engaged at as a student. It encouraged me to keep my grades up and later on lead me to be a EBR Beta Club member, which is one of the highest GPA class members in the entire school. And then, why am I katana? Okay, back to what I was saying though. But of course, leading on that, it encouraged me to keep my grades up, and then it engaged me to, of course, encounter many different people and many different situations. I remember times where I go to my personal friends or even strangers trying to cheer them up after a loss or even a win. And seeing how much has grown and much has done in the community, I want to, of course, increase on that feeling of being open and being as an option to something great.
For me, I think esports can bring a lot of reason to gaming. I know a lot of parents out there really think that esports or gaming is just a waste of time, something that could be doing something else like cleaning or stuff like that. But I really think that esports can change a person's life. Like me personally, I went from just playing games for no reason, just have fun, to have a reason to compete, to get better, to improve. And there are reasons why gaming can actually make you better in so many things, like problem solving and just being happier and a more genuine person in total.
So you brought up a good point about parents. So at the beginning when you started esports, how did your parents think about it? And now how are thinking about esports now since you've been in this a while and got some meat in the game?
Well, I know when I first told my parents about esports, my mom was like confused on why I would stay after school just to play video games with a bunch of people I barely know instead of just playing at home. And now every day it's like, hey, when are you gonna do that ambassador stuff? You gonna go run the tournament? It's like she's just so supportive because for how long I've been here, she now understands like the benefits of esports scholastically and for kids of growing age.
When I first got into esports, I told my mom about it. Actually, before that, in seventh grade, during that time, I told my mom, I said, hey, I'm going to be part of the esports team. Because I looked it up on the internet. It's like, oh, yeah, there's esports teams in schools. And she said, you don't even got your grades up. How you going to do esports and you don't got your grades up? And, of course, I looked upon that. I was, put down. I ain't gonna lie, I was put down. But later on, when I joined Northeast High School, I ended up seeing that I actually had an esports team, and the teachers was being supporting and also helped me get my grades up. And I later on, once again, being the Beta Club member. Then, of course, my mom got it to the point where she knows how much stuff and how much things I poured into this community, knowing that I became the EBR shoutcaster, noticing I've been winning tournaments and also be participating in tournaments, been traveling along with them and also having fun and making memories, and seeing how much has grown from being in a C-Tech building, from being a whole stadium, a potentially stadium in the future. But of course, seeing how much has grown, she's poured nothing and done nothing more but pour into me, and seeing how much I can at least grow within this community.
For me personally, I didn't really have the support of anyone. My mom was in Mississippi and I was being taken care of by a friend of mine. And it was really nerve-wracking going into this kind of by myself without any support of any kind. But after a while, I was starting to get ingratiated with it. I was starting to become happier and have more of a purpose with what I was doing in gaming. And after that, I told my mom about it, and she was super happy. She was super proud of me doing all of this. And I just want to keep going. I just want to keep going up and up, make my mom proud, make my friends proud. I really just want to make this my future.
All right, so final question before we get going for Central and Army for that next match. Have your future changed since you've been in esports? Have your career path changed? Have you made thinking about different decisions on after high school because of esports?
Well, that's a funny thing. I was talking to both my teachers, my principal, and my mom about this for the past couple months now. And I used to, as a kid, want to become a marine biologist, but I knew that I wasn't always the best when it came to science and biology. But I know that I had good gaming skills, good leadership, and I had good technical skills. And when I was introduced to the world of esports, it really just like I saw this like light showing me the path of what I want to do when I'm older. And now I'm looking at a way to get into both computer engineering and into game development at different schools around Louisiana. Because even though I want to graduate, I still want to be in this community because I know how much it has meant to me and how much it's done for me to pave my future.
Before esports, I really didn't know what I wanted to do in my future. As a kid, I wanted to be a policeman, but I later on lose that self-interest of being a policeman, and I just followed the idea of gaming. Now, my sister, she poured into me, and she taught me how gaming changed her life as a person and also her personality, for her being this character of being open and an option to people if they need help or if they need advice. And I later on, of course, followed that ideal. Me gaming and me having me playing through all these stories of different characters and also imaginary figures, of course, encouraged me to be a better as a person, but also as a individual, even individual in Christ, Jesus, individual in gaming, and an individual as a friend and family, or even as a person as the opposite side of a different picture or argument. And seeing how it's gotten, it's just seeing how. Just make sure I don't get off the topic. What's the question again? I get off the topic. I lie. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, Isaiah. The question was, before esports and after esports, has your career path changed? Like after high school, have you rethought about what you want to do after high school because of esports?
Okay, now I'm back on topic now. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. But yeah, my career path now is to be a professional, and I do mean a professional shoutcaster. I want to actually travel the world, going to different events, shoutcasting, and also getting the crowd hype and having excitement and bring excitement to the community and also to the people who wants to have fun and enjoy themselves. Because now in life, it's kind of hard to enjoy yourself considering how things are going. But I want to kind of like that argument and also bring fun to everything.
Before esports as a whole, I really didn't know what I had for the future of me. I was thinking of maybe going into like bakery or something more in the technical process, like cybersecurity or more like engineering, like computer engineering, computer science, stuff like that. And then after esports, I really, really think that it just changed me as a whole. Me personally, I think I would be perfect for maybe like a manager or maybe just like a esports director. You know, I think I could be really great at that. It just really changed me as a person to what I want to do, because it just gave me something to go for. I didn't know what I was going to do, but this stuff, it's made me happy. And I think happiness is something that you really have to pursue in a job.
So I just heard you're trying to go for my job. Got it. All right, well, we're fixing to go take a quick break to get set up for the next match, so we'll see you back in a minute.